So when it comes to back pain, there's a lot of culprits, a lot of different things, a lot of different muscles, tightnesses, weaknesses, etc. that can be causing lower back pain and even like thoracic mid-back pain. So what I want to do is I'm going to take you through a few different mobility, stretching, movements, different things that you can do just all around to kind of attack some of the common culprits of back pain. Now, this isn't specifically meant to treat any one particular issue, and this isn't guaranteed to relieve back pain. However, it is going to target some of the areas that typically cause back pain in and of itself and kind of address those issues. So in order to do this, I'm going to use three different things. I'm going to use a bench, I'm going to use a foam roll, and I'm going to use a lacrosse ball. You can use a couple of different types of things instead of a lacrosse ball, but a lacrosse ball is really cheap, super easy to find. So they're like maybe $2, $4. You can find them at like Target, Walmart, different places. You can get them online on Amazon for like a couple bucks. The foam roll that I'm going to actually use is a trigger point foam roll. I like it because it's a little bit harder than most, and because I foam roll frequently, my muscle is a little bit more tuned to the density of different foam rolls. But you can get all different sorts. Any of them are going to work for what we're going to do because it's pretty basic. So you're just going to follow along, watch this video, execute the exercises, and I recommend doing it especially on hard leg days, either before or after your workouts, or even just when you're home kind of watching TV. These are things that you can do to alleviate and relieve some stress from the mid to low back area. A lot of low back pain has a tendency to come from the lower body in a lot of cases, again, not all. I'm gonna start by taking this foam roll, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to release some tension from my Achilles. A lot of people will foam roll the calves, sometimes even the hamstrings, but I'm gonna start with like the Achilles area. So I'm gonna simply take my, my leg, place one on the foam roll where I want it, take the other leg and cross it over. Now you can lift your body up off the ground. That's gonna cause some tension as it is, so you're gonna go ahead and roll back and forth. For me, I'm gonna find a little bit more tension right here as I roll. That's where the tension's gonna be. Once you get to the spot with the most tension, you're gonna hold that position. From there, I'm just gonna kind of go just a little bit up and a little bit down, not too far. I wanna stay on the Achilles right here. And then once I find the spot that has the most pain, I'm gonna hold that spot for 30 seconds. So you're gonna do that on the right side, do that on the left side. Once you do the Achilles and you do both sides, you're gonna go up to the calf. The calf is gonna create, the tension will travel from here up to your calves, hamstrings, glutes, and low back. So we're just gonna address those issues. Same exact thing, we're gonna take our calf, kind of the meat part of the calf, cross the leg over, lift your body up. You're gonna roll side to side a little bit, see if you can find a spot with a little more tension. Once you find it, you're gonna go up and down a bit. For me, it would be like right there. I find the most tension, also known as the point of the highest pain, really. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold 30 seconds at your maximum pain tolerance. So don't make it overly painful, but find that point where you can hold that pain level and hold that for a consistent 30 seconds. From there, you're gonna go up to the hamstring. Same exact thing. You're gonna go to the right, go to the left, find a spot that has the most tension, hold that position. If you can bring the other leg over, that's fine. That's gonna put all your weight on it. For some people, they don't have a lot of tension that they're gonna feel from a foam roll in the hamstring. So what you can do, if you're not feeling anything, that's when I'll take the lacrosse ball, place it under my leg, lift my body up, find a good spot like right here for me, then just gonna sit into it, and then you're gonna feel that tension. Same thing, you're gonna hold 30 seconds at your maximum pain tolerance that you can handle, release that, and then go to the other side. So we're gonna go Achilles, calves, hamstrings. From there, we're gonna take the foam roll, we're gonna address the IT band. So this runs up and down here, and a lot of sciatic pain can be triggered by a tight Achilles, or a tight IT band. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your body to where you're completely on your side. You're gonna go up and down from the knee to the top of the hip. By laying flat, you're gonna have your elbow down here, legs crossed over, and you're gonna walk your body up this way to where the femoral goes towards your knee, then back down towards the hip. For me, I don't feel a lot right here. Some people might. So I'm gonna go to where I feel the most tension, which for me is here. And then same thing, I'm gonna go forward on it. I'm gonna go back on it. When I find that, I'm gonna hold it. Hold that pain tolerance, 30 seconds, and relax. Switch sides to the other side. So now we've gone all the way up and down both sides. Before I start going into the quad area, I'm gonna take the lacrosse ball and I'm gonna work on the glutes. So basically I'm gonna come onto the outer portion of the glute medius, and I'm just gonna kind of roll back and forth, looking for that tension, same as we did with the foam roll. For me, I'm gonna find that right there. All I'm gonna do is support what I can of my own body weight, where I'm gonna be able to tolerate that pain for 30 seconds. From there, if you want to kind of roll back and forth a little bit again and find another spot, because a lot of times with the glutes there's going to be more than one spot, hold that spot, 30 seconds. So from here we've gone with the lower legs, we've gone with the calves. So you got your Achilles, calves, IT band, and the glutes, even the hamstrings, which are typically going to be a lot of places where a lot of low back pain comes from. From there, we're going to transfer over to the quads and the hip flexors. So now we're going to take back the foam roll. We're going to go to the quad. So I'm going to have you kind of just lay the flat portion of your quad down on the foam roll. From here, you're going to take the other leg and kind of hold it off to the side. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go up this way. So the foam roll comes down towards the knees. You're gonna find the spot with the most tension. From there, you're gonna rotate side to side. So when I go this way, the pain lessens. When I go this way, the pain increases. So that's where I'm gonna hold it. 30 seconds, again, at your maximum pain tolerance. After that 30 seconds, the difference now is what we're gonna do is you're gonna bring that leg up and come back down. You're gonna do that for an additional 30 seconds. From there, we're gonna go up to the hip flexor. So we're gonna go right here on this spot. And then once you get to that hip flexor, you're gonna kind of go over to the side, go back over to the back. See if you can find a spot essentially that's going to have that same level of tension. It doesn't always have to be a high level of pain, but just where you feel some tension, and then you're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and switch into some active mobility and lower leg movements to stretch and kind of mobilize that body part. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into a 90-90. So you're going to take one leg, bring it up to a 90-degree angle. You're gonna take the back leg, same thing, it's at a 90-degree angle. So if I'm on my right leg, I'm gonna take my left arm, put it up on the knee, walk myself forward, and I'm gonna hold that position for 30 seconds. So same thing, you're gonna go to a point of tension where it's not an overly high amount of tension, but just where you start to feel that stretch and it feels pretty good, and you're gonna hold that. So 30 seconds there. We'll switch to the other side. Same thing, 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here. And you're gonna hold each side for that 30 seconds. From there, we're gonna switch. You're gonna lay it down on your back. One leg is gonna go flat. The other leg is gonna be pulled over at that 90-degree angle. So I'm gonna bring this arm straight out to the side. Take this leg up to a 90. So if I have my right leg up, I'm gonna grab with my left hand, pull that over, and we're gonna go with the cross body stretch. So you'll feel that stretch from the lats down here on the side, on the hips, on the glutes. All you're trying to do is trying to keep this arm as low as possible while pushing down on this leg at a 90-degree angle. You're gonna hold that 30 seconds, then switch to the other side. From there, we're gonna move over to the bench. With the bench, we're actually gonna take that and we're gonna go with a stretch for the hip flexors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my foot in this position and lay that down on the bench so we're not going on the toe. We're gonna put that leg flat, that foot's flat on the bench. I suggest using a pad or a mat or something for your knee. You don't have to. Front leg's gonna be at a 90-degree angle. We're gonna push through by squeezing the glute that we're stretching the same leg on. So if I'm stretching my right leg and that right hip flexor, I'm gonna flex on the glute, basically clenching that glute. That's gonna push the hip flexor forward, extend it out. You're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. Once you've held that for 30 seconds, we're gonna take the same side as we're stretching on. So on my right side, I'm gonna take the right arm, I'm gonna look up at my thumb, I'm gonna take my left hand, reach down, and hold that up. 30 seconds. So 30 seconds here, 30 seconds here, switch legs. From there, we're gonna start in a push-up position, and we're gonna go, if you know yoga, with kind of like a downward dog type pose. We're gonna actually do an active mobility that allows you to kind of move your body a little bit. We're gonna do a couple of different things. So we're gonna start in the push-up position. Now what you're gonna do is take your chest and try to push it into your quads. As you bring your heels as close to the ground as you can, we're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. Once you've been in that position for 30 seconds, we're gonna bend one knee and straighten out the other. So we're gonna be here, bend one knee, straighten the other, try to drive that heel all the way down. Same thing on the other side. And then you're gonna alternate back and forth in a marching motion. So you're gonna hold down, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2. From there, we're gonna take a big step up. So that way my foot is next to that hand. From there, we're gonna leave one arm down, reach straight up, switch, step back. You're gonna repeat that side to side for 10 reps, so 5 on each side. Should start to loosen everything up nicely. From there, we're gonna lay flat on the floor. In that position, we're gonna squeeze the glutes, squeeze the quads, lifting the legs off the ground just a little bit. We're gonna squeeze the upper back, bring the chest and the shoulders up off the ground a little bit. So we're here. You're gonna squeeze the glutes and your quads. That's gonna lift your legs up. Squeeze the shoulder blades. You're gonna hold 2 seconds at the top and come back down. By squeezing at the top, the glutes, retracting and squeezing the shoulder blades, you're actually going to be lifting your body up, taking pressure off the lower back, versus just trying to arch your back up or push your legs up, which will actually put more tension on the lower back. So once we've gone through that entire series, that should start to actively release tension, lengthen and stretch the muscle, then engage the muscle just enough to start strengthening it, continuing to do that on a repeated basis. you want to see some tension release over time with the mid to low back area. So this should help. Again, it's not a cure. It's not going to take away your low back pain altogether. For some people it does, but this is something that can help to release the tension and to strengthen those areas. So let me know how you like it. It should take about 15 to 20 minutes, give or take. So again, you don't have to do it right before or after a workout if you're pressed for time. You can do this at night. You can do it first thing in the morning when you wake up, or when you're watching TV. This is just something that you can kind of do on a day-to-day basis. If you do have the time, I suggest doing it before and or after a lower body workout.